Wiggins Pass this morning. We are definitely in the height of travel season here in Southwest Florida. If you are, I'm even lucky I got in here, I suppose. Could have had to go back home after trying 2 beaches. If you're joining me live, please say hello. Let me know if you're crafting this morning. Let me know if you have questions for me, or just say hi. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hi, Leona. Hi, Val. Hi, Thea and Joe. Hi, Diane and Judy and Judy. Hi, Lily and Grace. Hi, G. Hi, Carrie and Lori and Kathy. I have made amazing progress on my lime green poncho. I'm so glad I took the time to experiment with different ways of doing the decrease section to make it perfectly match the increase section. Hi, Edna, Christine, Marcia, I believe. Yes, Marcia. Hi, good morning, everybody. Hi, Carrie. Okay, where was I? I spoke too soon. I was not paying attention. I was talking instead of paying attention. Okay, hold on 1 second. All right, so it's 4 double crochets before the end on this row. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second. Let me just finish the row. Okay, all right, hi. Welcome back to the Kristin Omdahl Show. This is episode 1029, and we're here live in Southwest Florida at the beach. It involved driving to 2 beaches today to find parking. Wiggins Pass was already full by 8:45 a.m. Can you believe that? And so I kept driving. I drove south then to Vanderbilt Beach. They have a parking structure here, and luckily that wasn't full yet. As you can see when I turn the camera around, it is already quite busy here. Let's do that now. Oh, and I figured out a way to keep my phone in the shade. Look what I did. The handle on Dolly extends, right? And so I extended the handle and put one of my bags on it, and it makes a shadow for my camera. Why have I not thought of this until now? I don't know, but look at how busy this is here. Don't those cabanas look so inviting? Oh, to relax in there in the shade all day would be a slice of heaven. But as you can see, it's super busy, and I didn't really want to go all the way to the edge of the water when it's this busy because there's a lot of kids down there, and I didn't want the parents worrying about what I was doing. Didn't want to get into all that, and they're on vacation, and didn't really want to deal with anything that could have turned negative or confrontational. You never know, so I just thought I'm going to stay up here. We can walk down there when we want to go see the water, but there's happens to be a lot of kids down there. Anyway, hi Doris, hi Joan and Carrie, good morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Judy, you know what? I would like to know. I've never been in a cabana relaxing all day before, and you know, it's possible I'd be bored doing it all day, but I have a feeling that if I really just let myself do it, I'd like to know. Hi, Janelle. Good morning. Hi, Lori. Yes, I would like one whole day doing that. Hi, Yana. Hi, Kim. So, remember how I was saying the other day that I found some really great things when I started going through. I mean, obviously, anytime you sort, purge, pack, organize, you're going to find some good stuff too. You don't just find things that you want to throw out or things that you want to donate. You find things that you lost too. And so I've had one Alicia earring in my jewelry case for a long time, and this week I finally found the other one. I'm so excited because I love these earrings and I haven't worn them in a while. And so these are the Alicia earrings, and they are a tiered crochet tassel earring. but not just any old tassel fringe. It's crochet chain fringe, you know, my favorite kind, the kind that stands up over time and doesn't degrade. So this is done in 3 colors. You could also do it in 1 color, but I made each of the fringe tassel tiers separately so that they could be inserted inside each other to create that tiered effect. And I think that they are absolutely gorgeous. I also added a picot in the center of each of the chains so that it would have the look of a bead down there. Beading an earring this size could weigh it down, and so by putting that picot there instead of beads, I think that this is a great way to look like a beaded multi-tiered tassel earring without any of the weight. They're super duper light. Like I've mentioned many times before, my earring holes have seen better days. They're very stretched out, and so even an earring this size, look at it's not, when I lift the weight off of it, you notice it's not doing anything to my earlobe. They're that light, even though they're that big and bold. Think about all the different color options you have when doing that. You can do it all in 1 color. You could do it in 3 matching colors, analogous colors on the color wheel, meaning 3 colors next to each other like this. Or you could do it in contrast colors. Or you could follow a theme from something. Maybe pick up the colors in a dress that you want to wear them with. Or maybe match them to team colors if you're going to go to a sporting event. How fun would that be? Promote your kids' school colors. Yeah, as long as the earrings are light, it's super fun to wear big, bold earrings. When we're young, we can get away with it. When we get older, we can't get away with it anymore. And if you still love big earrings, crochet and yarn and knitting and yarn are totally the way to go for that. Does anybody have any questions about that? This is a standalone pattern on my website. It's also available in my book, 52 Crochet Gifts. So if you already have the book, you already have the pattern. If you already have the ebook, you already have the pattern. And if you don't have either, you can always get the book, or you can get the single standalone pattern on my website as a PDF download, and there is a video tutorial for it as well. You can find the video tutorial here on my YouTube channel, or it is also embedded into the pattern page. And also, as I'm beginning to start looking for other yarns to teach people about substitution, now that my earrings, now that my yarns are discontinued, this is one of the pages that I have already updated. As I wear things, I'm trying to update those pages with suggestions, and I do have a few yarn suggestions for substituting for these earrings on that page if you are interested. These links are affiliate links, so although it costs you nothing, there is a tiny commission that is involved if you purchase anything from those links. I'm sure you know what affiliate links are. They don't cost you anything. They're just a way for, I forget where I was going with that. Anyway, are there any questions? Thanks for all the links, Judy. I appreciate it. And any of you that are interested in the links but don't want to go right now because you don't want to miss the show, all these links will still be available in the video description after the show. Also, that's wonderful, Eve. That's exactly why I have that share a project section, and thanks for bringing it up because I was able to update a whole bunch of them yesterday. I think I uploaded 12 new projects. If you don't see your projects there, it is because there were not photos attached to your submission. I do not post projects without photos. So just to let you know. What else? There's tons and tons on there. I don't know how many we have so far, probably close to 100 now, but it's so wonderful to see how people take patterns and make them their own, whether it's through same yarn, different color, same color, different yarn, different color, or the way they style them. There's so many wonderful ways that people take my patterns and make them their own. I love seeing it. So interesting. All right, I will wait to see if there's any questions about anything I've talked about so far. I'm so proud of my little shade I figured out this morning. I can't believe it took me this long to figure it out. For those of you that weren't here when I first showed it, I figured out how to make a shade for my camera. Dolly to the rescue. So the handle that I pull Dolly with extends, and when it's in the extended position, I flipped my project bag over it and created this nice little shadow and just tuck my camera right up next to it like that, and voila, it's in the shade. Why did it take me years to figure this out? I don't know, but everything happens for a reason, so whatever. I guess I needed to feel proud today. What size hook did I use for my earrings? Kim, all you have to do is go to the pattern page and it will show you there. All of my pattern pages always tell you what you need before you get started. Unfortunately, I do not have a perfect computer memory where I can give you those details on any given pattern at any moment. I wish I did, but all you have to do is follow the link and all of that information will be at your fingertips. I know, isn't that great? My shade works and it's so simple. Simple is my favorite kind of solution. All right, who's ready to see a sneak peek? Oh, I have 2 sneak peeks to share with you today, I think. Karen says she's ready. All right. Joe's ready. Okay, so I'm going to show it to you in 2 parts. So I told you I'm working on a poncho that is going to be a rectangle front and a rectangle back that is begun with a top-down triangular shawl for a couple of reasons. I think those V stripes are incredibly flattering, especially when you can create a triangle and then from that triangle create 2 partial triangles on the side to turn that into a rectangle. So I'm going to show you that with a couple of samples here. Here's the triangle portion of it. This is unblocked, so this will be quite a bit bigger once it's blocked. Here's the triangle portion. So this is what would go across my neck and down my arm, and that would be the top portion of either the front or back. It'll be reversible. And here's another one where I've made it a little further along. So this was that triangle, and I was able to add the decreased triangle in pattern for this side down here, and now I'm working on it over on this side too. Can you see that? Does that make sense? So it started as a triangle, and so from the triangle then we'll work back and forth in rows from one side to the corner, working decreases on each side, and as you decrease on each side from here to here, it'll eventually become, this is such a great visual, I think, for showing you the construction style. So there's the triangle again, right? And so for the first half, we do a row from the beginning just to the center point, and then do decreases here and here, and I did it all in pattern so that we didn't have to switch to a simpler pattern. Isn't that gorgeous? Like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy it turned out this way. Think about it. Think about all the possibilities. If you could do this with a triangle, you could do it with a square too. So if you wanted to do this as a blanket, you could do it as a blanket too. Involve a little bit of shaping differences, but still so cool. So I'm halfway done with this side, and so once I'm done with that side, I'll do both things. I'll do both decreased sections to this triangle then I'll have 2 rectangles, then I'll block them and add edging. I'll probably add some shoulder details before joining them together as a front and back, and then I'll do a border around the bottom and the sides, and I'm gonna do some sort of an edging. And you know what edging I really want to incorporate on here, because I think it'll just be so whimsical. Did I bring it with me? Oh crap, I didn't. I want to do the edging that I did on the Mary Jane shawl that I showed you yesterday that has those beautiful little bobbles. I think a thick double crochet border around here with those bobbles on the edge would be really cool, partly because there is a double crochet row in the middle of this stitch pattern. So anytime I can pull details from a stitch pattern and incorporate them into the edging, I feel like it's such a beautiful way that you could call them flowers. They're cluster V stitches. It's a 3 double crochet, chain 3 double crochet V stitch, and yes, it definitely has a floral vibe, definitely. So pretty, right? And there's so much math involved in this, and I had so much fun. And each time that I experimented with the increase section for the triangle and the decrease section for the corners, it didn't turn out right the first time, and I had to go back and redo the increases and the decreases like 3 or 4 times to get them perfect. And even though it was frustrating in the middle, the reward that it worked out now is wonderful for me, and it was so satisfying. And here's the best news of all. I did all that so that it will work out perfectly, so that it's an easy pattern. Isn't that funny? It takes a lot of complication to make something easy, and that's where designing is so fun for me, because the problem to solve every time is to take something that's challenging to do mathematically and turn it into an instruction that's easy. So fun. And oh yeah, and thank you for mentioning that it's also a shawl, because if you wanted to, you could just make this as a triangular shawl, and you could even incorporate the edging onto that as well. So the pattern will be twofold. You'll be able to make it into the poncho or the shawl. Yes, I did use Be So Baby yarn in color lime in this, and no, I don't know how many balls yet because it's not done. However, I am smooth sailing now that I figured out the tough math parts of it. The rest of it will be really kind of relaxing to just finish up. And my charts are only in sketch form now, not sketch, they're only in draft form, but they're coming along. Hi Rita, hi Marva. Also, I have an update on Knit Crochet Now, season 13. Yes, doing design classes would be wonderful, Carly. So I do have my projects now. Did they give me all the projects yet? I don't think so. So I'm going to share with you the process behind the scenes as I'm getting ready for the show. I forgot to bring my folder today, but I will show you what do I use to make my charts. I use Adobe Illustrator, Melanie. It is the industry standard for most graphic designers. It is a wonderful program. It does have a learning curve to it, but there's some great classes out there nowadays. If you don't want to learn on your own like I did over the last 10 years, now there are some great classes at Skillshare and Udemy and different online places where you can take classes to learn how to use it, like master classes, things like that. Hi, Angela. And I am going to start sharing videos on that too. Yeah, so it looks like I'll be teaching knitting and crochet this season on Knit Crochet Now. I'll be going to Indiana the middle of May. My flights are booked. My projects have been sent to me. Not all of them. I think five of the patterns have been sent to me. So now the process, so I'll share with you what the process is now. So now I have to submit a proposal. Yes, this is live, Jean. Good morning, happy Tuesday. So now in the process, I have to submit a proposal for the type of yarn and the colors of yarn that I will be using. And those of you that have been with me for the last few years while I've been doing this, I have exclusively been using Vanna White's yarn for all of my step outs, because I do love Vanna White so much and I love supporting her charity. Let's see. I missed something. And so I need to submit to them what colors I choose to use, which, you know what I do, just to be simple, they approved my colors the first year, so little secret, I just submit the same proposal for that each year, and so far it's worked. And basically they just want to make sure you're not using any bright white, dark black, super dark colors, super light colors. They don't want you to use anything that's variegated. They want some medium tone, not too bright, not too soft, just medium tone variety of soft colors. And so I pick khakis and sages and dusty mauves and colors like that, and like a denim blue. I usually just try to pick some mid-tone colors and a variety, because some of the projects I do are color work, so you want to make sure you have a high contrast for that. And then other projects maybe will have motifs where you want the colors to coordinate but not be too harsh or too contrast. So it depends on what type of project I'm doing, but I try to keep the colors fairly neutral for that reason. Now, there is one project that I'm doing that is more, how would I describe it without giving it away? It's more of a character, and it is very holiday themed and character. So Yes, Lion Brand Vanna's Choice, that's correct. Yep, that's the yarn that they always want it to be worsted weight as well, so that's what I usually suggest. So I proposed that yesterday, and I'll wait the next couple of days for them to let me know if I can order it. Once they do, I will order it through Lion Brand. And so the person asked me, do they pay for my flights? Yes, all of my expenses are paid, and the yarn is not, I don't have to pay for the yarn either, because Lion Brand is happy that I use their yarn on the show as well. So it's a win-win for everybody. And then, okay, so after the yarn is approved and then I order it, then it gets here, then I can start, and actually that doesn't have to happen for the next step. The next step is for me to go through all the patterns in great detail and figure out what my proposal is for what are the trickiest parts of this pattern that I would like to share on the show. I get a 10-minute segment for each pattern. Obviously a 10-minute segment is not long enough to teach a whole project. So what I'm looking for are the highlights. What are the stitches that might be the trickiest parts of it? I do not have an affiliate link with Lion Brand yarn right now. I have submitted a request for it. I have not been approved or denied yet. It's just pending. I'm working on, I've submitted proposals for that to different companies, and I haven't heard back on all of them yet. Where was I going with this though? So anyway, so then once I decide what I think would be important highlights of each pattern to feature in my 10-minute segments, then I propose all of that, not just with one little line, but in detail explaining what I will be doing, which rows or rounds I will be doing, which stitches I'll be doing. So the proposal ends up being pretty lengthy, and then I have to submit that. I believe the deadline is April 15th, something like that. And then from there, I have to get approved on that before I begin my step outs. And then I will have less than 30 days to begin my step out, to get all my step outs done, which it's an extraordinary amount of work. And it's something that I will just have to carve out time every day to work on. It's a lot of hours to get it done, because unlike having the luxury of being able to work, where are my patterns? Which patterns, Jean? Which patterns are you asking about? Or if you're asking about my patterns that I design, you can find them on my website, you can find them on Ravelry, you can find them on Etsy, I don't know what you mean. If you're talking about Knit and Crochet Now TV show patterns, they would be on their website. But I'm happy to help you if you can specify what you mean. And then where was I going? Right, so then I'll have under 30 days if my proposal's due April 15th, I fly on the 11th. I don't know when the proposal will be approved, but whenever it is, that's when I will be able to hit the ground running with actually doing the knit and crochet step outs. The knit ones take a lot longer. The green one I was holding up, it's not finished yet, Jean. That was a behind the scenes sneak peek. It will be out soon. I am not allowed to show off my work on the show. I am not allowed to wear any of my patterns on the show even. So in fact, I started shopping on Amazon last night because I need to find some new blouses to take, and I found some cute ones, but I'm not sure yet. And it's still, roughly 2 months away. I don't really want to buy anything right now just to have to pack it. I'd like to wait, but I did start a list of contenders today, and I may end up buying them sooner than later, because it's nice to know that your wardrobe's done, and you don't have to worry about that last minute as well. So at the moment I have 5 projects, but I believe I'm getting more than that. They said that they haven't given me everything yet, so I'm not sure if I'll need 5 or 7 or more outfits. Have I ever used Barocco yarn? Yes, I have, but it's been many, many years. I'm not familiar. I'm really not familiar with most yarn companies right now, because Vanna's Choice is a worsted weight acrylic. I have not used it for garments, Kim, but I'm sure people have. Worsted weight is a great place to start if you're new to knitting and crochet. It's a good medium weight for getting used to holding needles and hooks and getting used to manipulating yarn. So I always think that worsted weight is a good place to begin, but depending on what kind of garments you make, I don't know, and it depends on what kind of pattern you're looking to make. Sometimes worsted weight is too bulky for garments. Sometimes it's not. It depends on the pattern. It depends on the stitch pattern used. It depends on your gauge and your drape, the fiber content. There's so much that goes into deciding what yarns are best for which projects. And there is a pattern for each yarn, and there's a yarn for each pattern. Let's see, Yana. Oh, there's lots of people that don't know who I am, Yana. How's the RV coming along? Fine. There's not much I can do about it right now. I'm still working on other things like getting the house emptied. But I've been slowly adding things onto it. I haven't done any massive things on it yet. All right, so as I continue working on the show, I will start showing you how I stay super duper organized with all my pieces too. I keep one of those accordion file folders that has a slot for each of the patterns. So like today, when I get back to my office, I'm gonna print out a copy of each of the patterns and staple each of them together and put them in their individual slots. And then I will also be highlighting which sections I think I'm going to be proposing, and start working on my proposal now. Even though it's not due till April 15th, the sooner I can get it in and can get it approved, the sooner I can start working on my swatches and have more time to do them. And honestly, it does not matter to me at all if I get them done in advance. It's not like I don't have amazing notes, and I'm so good at labeling my swatch bags that even if I waited 6 months and came back to it, my notes and my organization is so impeccable that it won't matter how long it takes me to go back and refresh. The key to me is just getting it done because it's a lengthy project. But I'll show you all those organizing tips along the way too. I did get 2 comments on some social media post yesterday, I don't remember which platform, that I should do tutorials on how I'm organizing the storage bin. And I was kind of stumped by that because I thought that my posts sharing photos and sharing what I'm doing kind of were at least a log of what I'm doing. If you want to be more specific, could you tell me what exactly you would like me to teach in a tutorial about downsizing and or organizing a storage unit? Have I done it that much differently than other people have? Like, I'm just not sure. Yeah, there's lots of great people on Knit and Crochet Now. It's a great TV show. This will be my 4th season on the show. Great producers too. I really like the whole team behind the scenes too. They're just really lovely people, and they take very nice care of me when I'm there, and they're very kind and respectful. I really like working with them. All right, does anybody have questions or want to tell me in more detail what you'd like to see me share about the organizing process of the storage unit? And if you don't want to share live now, just leave it for me in the comments, because I am curious. What channel is Knit and Crochet on? Great question. It's on PBS, and it is also on the Create channel. You'll just need to search for it on demand to see what channel and what time it is on in your area. Sometimes it doesn't air in all areas. You can always request it through your local PBS or Create channel, and then if that still doesn't work, you can go to the producer Annie's catalog. Is it Annie's catalog? I think that's their website. It's Annie's website. And if you go to Annie's website, you will, there's a spot, and I have all the links on my website too if you want to find it through me. But on their website for Knit and Crochet Now, you can find each season. You can download each individual episode if you want. You can download whole seasons if you want. And if you don't like the digital idea, you can order the whole thing as a DVD per season as well. And then you can download the patterns from there too. So lots of great information. Every season I do a detailed blog post where I share all of the patterns, who demonstrates them, and links to where to find the show, where to find the episodes, and where to find the patterns, I think. Anyway, I do that for each season. Obviously, I haven't done it for season 13 yet because we're getting ready to film it, but season 12, 11, and 10, you can find blog posts on all of those on my website. Great questions, everybody. Does anybody have any other questions? Can you believe the camera hasn't gone dark today? Yay! I'm so excited about the new Very Easy shade, thanks to one of my drawstring bags and Dolly. if you weren't here at the beginning, I'm so proud I got to show it again. Look at this. I extended the handle. Yes, Kimberly, you could absolutely make a shrug from that rectangle. Anything that you would make with a rectangle, you could make with the rectangle I'm making in the green yarn. Yeah, the shade's working. All I did was extend the handle and invert a drawstring bag over the top, and voila, done. I'm so proud. I just can't believe it took me so long to rethink of it. Oh well. Oh well, let that go. Oh, we forgot. I noticed a lot of you really enjoyed the 30-second break yesterday. Let's do it again today, because it reminds me to do it, and then it makes me accountable for doing it, and because I shared it with all of you and you enjoyed it, I felt like that was a win-win. So I recently discovered that there's something that happens in your body when you close your eyes for 30 seconds. It gives your brain a little mental break. So I will count in my head, but I won't count out loud so that we can hear the waves. And if you would like to join me, let's close our eyes for 30 seconds. Okay, I counted to 35, but I tried to go slow, but I know I'm not someone that goes slow, so who knows if it was 30 seconds or not, but I tried. I hope you enjoyed that. I think it's really refreshing. It's simple, doesn't take very long to do, and it is quite refreshing. So one more thing to show you. Remember I mentioned yesterday that you can now purchase all of the items from the Be So Helpful bags individually. You can order all of these on my website, and they are really reasonably priced, and you can also get 30% off on all accessories still with the code 30MORE, 30MORE, so you can get the bamboo washcloth, hand towel, be great for paperless paper towels in your house, and then these amazing bags that come as a pocket with a carabiner clip, and they can fold up and be stored, or you can use them as laundry bags, you can use them as grocery bags, tote bags, beach bags, book bags, whatever. Such a nice size and indestructible material. You can also order the nail files, the pens, and the vanilla lip glosses or lip balms. All of that stuff is available, and you can order the whole Be So Helpful bags and get that 30% off if you want to give them as gifts or donate them yourself. Just use that coupon code 30MORE, 30MORE, for 30% off of all accessories that are left in my shop. All right, who's ready for a quote? All of the Create, Share, Inspire notebooks are back in stock on my website as well. Let's randomly pick a quote. This is a Native American prayer on page 18 of Volume 1, Issue 1. Oh. This is something we could use every single day. Let's hope I don't cry. Give thanks for unknown blessings already on their way. I needed this yesterday. Yesterday was a big fat crying day. Oh my gosh, I cried on and off all day yesterday. It's just a tough day. Anyway, I could have used this yesterday, but you know what? I'll take it today, and I'm certain that remembering this throughout the day today will make this not a crying day like yesterday. So thank you to the Native American prayer that was shared along the way. Give thanks for unknown blessings already on their way. Yes, I plan to do that today, and I highly recommend you do the same. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed the sunrise, the beach, the sound of the waves, my show and tells, chatting with me and everyone else. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode of the Kristin Omdahl Show. Bye-bye.